Are you here for the meeting? Well, come on.
No! Some call me the Dark One, others the Lord of Death. To most, I am Dracula.
Okay, obviously we're dealing with a little bit more than just narcissism here.
Now, let's eat.
You know, I mean, he's an incredible cinephile. He loves movies. He loves Dracula. He loves horror movies. As we were talking about what Dracula should look like just in general, you know, for me, I wanted to synthesize stuff, whether it was the Bela Lugosi, the Christopher Lee. I wanted, you know, Gary Oldman, you know. And from the book, from the Stoker novel, I wanted, you know, elements of that. So that's why you have a top hat in one scene. You have a cane. That's from the Stoker novel. The teeth, I wanted to kind of mimic the Lon Chaney Sr. London After Midnight, all sharp teeth, using Bela Lugosi's outfit and Christopher Lee's when Dracula gets bloodlust. We use those contact lenses that Christopher Lee had in the Hammer movies when he gets blood, you know, the bloodlust. So it was part of it was just synthesizing stuff. When Cage came in, you know, we had to sort of describe Dracula as like a rock and roll Dracula. We wanted it to kind of be really flashy and big. So, you know, Cage came in and the rings, that's where we got the rings and the fur and all of the, you know, kind of really, you know, soft and tactile textures and that sort of thing in the costume. So that was, yeah, it was a lot
I just want to say I was absolutely essential to this process because I would go, that looks really cool. Yeah, we were doing camera tests and Chris had set up this amazing like set and, you know, they were smoking the area and I have never really seen a director like go hard on camera tests like this. And Cage walked in and it was like dark and creepy and there were candelabras everywhere and he was in costume and it was like it just transports you. And just the way he walks, the way he turns his head, like everything was quintessential Dracula. It was phenomenal.
And I don't know if you stayed for the end credits of the movie, but in the end credits of the film, where you have you see some of the camera tests as the end credits play.
Yeah.
I mean, splatstick humor's kind of been around for a long time, and movies like Sam Raimi's Evil Dead 2 kind of perfected, you know, splatstick humor. So I think that there's like a natural connection between humor and horror, and I think even the way, just from a structural standpoint, the way you develop a scare and the way you develop a joke, oftentimes are the very same kinds of things. They're just you're sort of one is something that's shocking, one makes you laugh. But yeah, I mean, splastic horror has always been something that for me is. I just didn't, you know, some of my favorite movies have, you know, Shaun of the Dead and things like that. You know?
Those jump scares and moments of terror in a film, like they take you off balance and they pull you out of yourself. That's one of the reasons why they're so appealing. And I think when you're in that zone, you can't help but laugh because you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened to me. So it makes the marrying of the genres like really possible and really work when it's done well, because that moment when you're laughing, you can kind of feel yourself like, am I going to be terrified here, or is this going to be funny? And there's like a nice sweet spot where those two feelings diverge that I think you can really kind of hit.
Yeah, and it's also like you sort of know that the filmmakers got you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get that jump and you get that thing, and then you sort of, you know, you relax and you realize, yeah, they